Okay.
Look at my shine with the glow. This is my time with it though. This is my time to be way at the top. Me and my guys gon' pay out the block. I don't look like boss. Time's right, and I know the sea is walking in a limelight. Promise you gon' wanna watch like a sci-fi. My guys are high risers, high tide. Might drown if you come to my side. I pledge allegiance for lifetime. My squad connected like Wi-Fi. We grind and you see the highlights. This my life. It ain't a game now. Me and you, we ain't the same now. Lions coming out to play now. Opposition out the way now. Out of the way. You wasn't invited. Say you come to play. I dare you to try it. You don't wanna try me. Then step up to my team. Yeah, out of the way. Yeah, yeah. Out of the way. Yeah, yeah. Out of the way. Game now, me and you, we ain't the same now. Lions coming out to play now. Opposition out the way now. Out of the way, you wasn't invited. Say you come to play. I dare you to try it. You don't wanna try me. Then step up to my team. Yeah, out of the way. Yeah, yeah. Out of the way. Yeah, yeah. Out of the way.
From De Leon Springs, Florida, the Quicktime Sprint Car Series heads back to Volusia Speedway Park for the third time in the last week. We are back here for Quicktime Sprint Car Series action. It's Florida Nationals Night 3, sponsored by Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel in Barberville, Florida. And we had a great race Tuesday and Thursday. I'm Kelan Belsha, joined by my friend Shane DiMantova, and we are ready for a great night of racing. Shane, we saw some great racing on Thursday, saw Aiden Kirker take the win. But first, we have to look at our schedule, don't we?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Happy to join you here tonight, Kelan, as we're actually going to take a look at our schedule for this season as we look to start it off here in the month of April. As you can see us there on the 12th in our third and final night of Volusia, and then we'll wrap up the Florida Nationals at USA.
Then the Midwest Nationals kick off. We go to Lanier, followed by Eldora and Kokomo 2 nights in a row. That will be followed by Cedar Lake, Williams Grove, Lernerville, and Lernerville in the month of May.
And we send it into the month of June. You can see lots of duplicate races here, especially the Reed Sport Knoxville Nationals, a very big event there, obviously, for the series. And Bristol, there on the 22nd and 24th.
Then in July, this is the point where it can really make or break your season. A lot of one-off races at Williams Grove, Eldora, Volusia, the Jason Johnson Memorial Race at Knoxville, Kokomo, Weedsport, Bristol. And then in the final month of the season, only 2 races to decide it all. It'll be the championship from the dirt track at Charlotte. But before we get too ahead of ourselves and start going out there, Shane, we have to bring in our Thursday night winner, and that was Aiden Kirker. So let's try to catch a word with him as practice ticks down. Aiden, you got us.
I got you, buddy.
All right. Well, on Thursday we saw you rip the bottom. You drove it down there faster than everybody else. Obviously, took your 4th career QuickTime win on Thursday night. So, what did you learn on Thursday, coming to very similar track conditions tonight, that you think you can use to your advantage tonight?
Well, I think that we're going to have to just watch to see that track change like it did on Thursday night. Just, it kind of just came out all of a sudden, and Trey was running it and popped up out of nowhere, and it was really fast. So we just got to keep in mind that there's probably going to be a second lane move in, whether it be from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom like it was Thursday. We just got to make sure that we're keeping up with the track tonight.
Well, you're fastest in practice right now, so how much confidence does your speed from Thursday, and obviously your speed is translating into tonight, you and Josh Duke more than 2/10 ahead of the field right now, how much confidence do you have that you can keep that speed rolling throughout the night?
I feel pretty good. I just think that the Geeks tonight's just gonna have to start out front. I mean, we showed what we could do when we started from the rear last weekend or last week, and we drove to the front and won the thing. So if we have the same speed we had on Thursday and we can start up front tonight, then hopefully we can just stay up there and win with no issues. But yeah, we'll see. And as well as Josh, he's up there. He's running for Rookie of the Year, so we're hoping to get that 32. Have a good night too. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, we thank you for joining us, Aiden. We know you're busy right now, so we'll send you back down where you need to be for qualifying tonight, and hopefully we can see you up here racing in the front.
All right, thanks guys. Have a good one and enjoy the race.
Sir. That was Aiden Kirker, driver of the number 17K MAV TV sprint car, Thursday night's winner. Shane, right now, 4 going home as 20 have made it to the field tonight, and those heat races really going to be important to set yourself in a field to consolation. Need to get yourself in there throughout the night. Just need to have really good speed, and that's going to be the goal for all the drivers tonight. But I think you have a national anthem prepared for us tonight.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, you gotta support everybody who sacrificed their life and instead of serving overseas. So we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Back in Volusia Speedway Park for night number 3 of the Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel Florida Nationals and the Quicktime Sprint Car Series. And Hot Laps just finished up. Aiden Kirker on top of the board, Josh Duke second, Cameron McCone third. We had a question from Racing Forward Life in the YouTube chat today, and they asked who is leading national points, and as of now, our points have not been updated since Thursday night. But if I had to make a rough estimate right now, I would put my money on James Barrett Jr. leading national points right now. He collected 98 on Tuesday and a top 5 finish on Thursday. I would put him up there. Probably, again, a rough estimate, I'd probably put Andrew May up there too. So he got third. So Andrew May, James Barrett Jr., 2 Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contenders. I think they right now would be a top. Now that I'm again not 100% on that, but that is what we have right now. Is brain work, Shane. Oh, well, technical difficulties for Shane DiMantova at the moment. So it's just me. Y'all will just be hearing me for a while as qualifying continues. Colton Coe atop the board right now, and we'll see if we can get Shane back here.
There we go.
Oh, he's
all
back.
set. Perfect. Yeah,
Good.
just a little bit of technical difficulties over here, but we're all good. As Colton Coe currently on top of the board, as you can see it scrolling across the top of your screen there.
Colton Coe, top of the board. Sky McGurk, second. Alex Bergener, third. We
He's
have
making
not
his
seen
first start of the season, Alex Bergener.
Yeah, Sky and Alex both looking to make their first feature race of the season. Cody Meadows slides in the 4th. He's looking for some turnaround luck. Trey Shuttlesworth finished 2nd on night 2. He rounds out the top 5 right now. Colton Coe, we saw him steal a heat race victory on Thursday. Got a heat race win. Rolled off from pole, but he had to serve an EOL penalty at the beginning of the race, which trapped him a lap down for a majority of the race. So we'll see if he can get in the feature. Hopefully turn what went wrong for him that night around. And looks like as of right now, he'll win our Dirtman Photography Quicktime Award. That is the 2nd fastest Quicktime Award of the weekend. Aiden Kirker got our fastest one on Tuesday. Rylan Pearson got it on Thursday. As Caleb Morrissey just slides into 2nd. I believe he has one more lap to do. So, Shane, this track is supposed to be a lot like Thursday. What do you have to expect?
I mean, obviously, we kind of saw 2 different strategies. A lot of guys working up top in that first event up against the cushion. And honestly, a surprise for everybody throughout the league is Aiden Kirker and Trey Shuttlesworth on night 2 ran that bottom and made it stick for sure, as you saw them finish up there, I believe in the top 3, maybe 1-2. I'm not 100% sure there. But yeah, I mean, you never know what could happen with the track state for sure, and you just got to find that speed out there.
And the drivers will search for the speed tonight as we get ready to kick off racing action. It'll be heat number 1 to start off our night. Drivers make it to the grid, and rolling off on the first position for Coe Motorsports out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender, it'll be Colton Coe. And to his outside, and the number 96 for Alex Bergener 96 Racing. Out of Marion, Illinois, it's the burglar, it's Alex Bergener.
Starting in the 3rd position, the number 13 from Louisville, Kentucky, representing JDR Esports, Jaden Kraus. And to his outside from the country up north, Canada, the 151 Exo Consulting Rookie Contender of the Year, Jay Mulder.
In 5th, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender. He put on an impressive week last week for JDR Esports out of Bedford, Pennsylvania. It's a nickname we love so much, the Big Unit, Andrew May. And then to his outside in 6th, and the 29 for JDR Esports out of Kokomo, Indiana, the Kokomo Comet, Caleb Nickel.
And I believe that looks to round out your field for tonight's first heat race, if I'm not mistaken, Kelan.
Yeah, Bo Krebs is scheduled to start, but he has not made the grid to this point. So the top 3 advancing to our feature like it was on Tuesday and Thursday, and we'll see who those 3 will be as the pace car gets ready to lead these guys around. The track conditions supposed to be fairly similar to what we saw on Thursday. The settings are pretty much the same, so hopefully we do get that exciting racing that we had on Thursday, Shane.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, like I mentioned, both nights, it's great action-packed racing here. You can't really beat Volusia for sure. I also like to mention JJ Hill, obviously, league owner, not in attendance tonight. So we hope that he's having a good time watching at home. But yeah, a lot of guys, just veterans from last year, got to turn their luck around. Obviously, we saw JJ not make the 2 feature events. Cody Meadows, with some trouble there for himself too. So I mean, the whole series is wide open right now.
It really is. I mean, you got Rookie of the Year contenders out here putting on shows. The veterans, Aiden Kirker, we saw what they can do. They're not completely out of it like we saw on Thursday, but right now I really think these Exo Consulting rookies, I think they've been stealing the show at this point, like Jaden Kraus, Andrew May, Rylan Pearson, guys like them, Cameron Smith, James Barrett Jr. They have been the class of the field to this point, and we'll just see. Hopefully they do not disappoint tonight. Volusia Speedway, home of the first 3 races of the season, are ready to get us started in heat number 1. Colton Coe gonna lead him to the green. Alex Bergener to his outside. Jaden Kraus in 3rd. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing from Volusia.
Big jump by the burglar, Alex Bruner. Aaron starting on the outside of our leader, as he's actually, the 28 of Colton Co. is going to clear him. You saw going to turn 3 there. They start the single file. Maybe not. Here comes the burglar back to the inside with a crossover.
Bergener to the inside, gonna try to clear Colton Co. Get up near him. He's gonna make a little contact. And that's gonna slow up the 96 worse than it will the 28. The big unit Andrew made to his outside, gonna cross over back to the inside. He's been impressive to kick off the year. He's gonna slide in there, maybe a little right rear. Leaders contact, and they are bouncing around. Jaden Kraus to the lead.
This is all exciting right here as how the big unit goes around. He saves it. Oh, maybe not. Hard contact with the wall there. As you see him try to gather it and get it back going. But Jaden Kraus back out front. Colton Co. second. And Jay Mulder's right on the doorstep there in third.
He's parted for the dunk pools. 151 right there. He's now on the coattail of Colton Co. Going to try and get up there for that position. 3 laps to go in heat number 1 from Volusia. Jaden Kraus putting it on him right now. He's looking to start from the pole position if he can hang on to this heat race victory, but he tagged the wall right there, and it's going to allow Colton Co. to reel in. Mulder had to get off the gas to stay off of him. Bo Krebs lurking back there, but it's not looking like he'll be anything for him. May and Bergener, the 2 out of the race, as Jaden Kraus is going to take the white flag in heat number 1.
Coming out of turn number 2, Jaden Kraus looking to lock up the first position to start off the feature event. Colton Co. looking but cannot get it done. Jaden Kraus will win heat number 1. Colton Co. second. Jay Mulder third. As we'll get set for heat number 2 here.
3 rookies, 1, 2, 3, putting their names into the feature. Only 3 heats tonight, so we won't have as much racing, unfortunately. But that's because we had enough drivers show up to where we could split it into 3 heats. 4 will go home, and that will be the case for us tonight as we start off our starting grid for heat number 2 for 4 Horsemen Racing out of Jonestown, Pennsylvania. The number 6 of Caleb Morrissey, and to his outside, defending series champ for AOD Racing out of Martinsville, Virginia, the Mud Digger, Cody Meadows.
And starting in the 3rd position, a guy that made a couple starts last year, but not consistently out here in the A&B Outdoors Quicktime Series from Latham, New York, and Power Slide Motorsports, Josh Duke. And lining up to his outside, our night number 2 winner. As you see him there in the number 17K MAV TV machine, Aiden Kirker.
Rolling off in 5th in 09 for Ryan Martin Racing out of Los Lunas, New Mexico, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender. It is Ryan Martin, and to his outside, the number 4 machine for JDR Esports out of Asheville, North Carolina, Cameron McComb.
And round out your field here, as you can see him in the number 3 Dryden machine there, one of our Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contenders, Nathan Abrams.
And that will be your starting lineup for heat number 2 as we get ready for our 2nd heat of the night. We saw a great heat to kick off the evening, and now it'll be Morrissey Meadows leading us to the green, and that's a front row we got used to seeing a lot last year, but it was the first time we'll see it this year. Night 2 winner Aiden Kirker lurking in 4th, Josh Duke looking to be a wild card winner here tonight. Morrissey takes the green. We're underway. Meadows going to get the outside rolling, and he is back where we saw him a lot last season, to the lead for defending champion Cody Meadows. Kirker and Duke side by side for the 3rd position as they come to complete lap number 1.
Yeah, a lot of big names here in this heat as you see Cody Meadows back up front. I talked to him right before this race. He said he just doesn't know what's up with him. Definitely wants to turn his luck around for sure, and we've seen him make it to the feature event the first 2 nights, but just no luck there early on for sure, as he hopes, like I said, turn his luck around, get his season going in the right path.
And so far in this heat, looks like he's doing just that. Running a little bit higher than everybody else. Morrissey making up a bit of time. Kirker, they're all closing the gap on Meadows. Will they be able to make the pass, though, is a big question. Morrissey runs low, going to get to his inside. Not going to be able. Well, never mind. He's going to stick with him. I was not expecting that to happen. This tractor's so tacky right now, he could do it for a moment, but not anymore as Aiden Kirker slides to the bottom. Night 2 winner, going to take advantage. Try to take the 2nd spot. Morrissey going to ride off the corner. 3 laps to go in heat number 2.
Yeah, Aiden Kirker still trying to work in that middle lane, is contrasting to what we saw him do in the feature on Thursday night. As everybody's kind of just up against the cushion right now. It'll be interesting to see if that bottom groove will come in the feature.
Some of these drivers just trying to work that cushion up a little bit to try to get their top lane working, because they know if that bottom line becomes preferred, it's going to be tough to beat some of those guys we saw running with speed on Thursday night. Cody Meadows in control of heat number 2 of the night. Morrissey going to make a last-ditch effort, and it won't be enough. Meadows just barely hangs on. Morrissey second, Kirker third, and they will all advance to the feature. McHone, Martin, Duke, and Abrams will be sent packing to the consolation.
That's really unfortunate. And Cameron Cohn, obviously a really great start to his season for sure in that Judy Esports team. As just hate to see that for sure, obviously, Kelan.
You hate to see it, but I do believe he's got a good shot in a consolation to make it into the festivities this evening. We'll see about it, though. Rolling off from heat number 3, position number 1. It'll be the 8 machine. Don't know a lot about him. It'll be his first career start if he can make it to the feature tonight. It'll be Sky McGurk. And then to his outside for Whiplash Racing out of Williamstown, Pennsylvania. Finished second on Thursday night, the hero, Trey Shuttlesworth.
Starting in the 3rd position, our night number 1 winner. One of our Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contenders, the number 87 of Jackson Gray. And lining up to his outside, another one of our rookies, we have the 41 of James Barrett Jr.
Rolling off in 5th, the number 47 machine, that is Aaron Trotter. And to his outside, it'll be the number 93, father of Aiden Kirker from Boston, New York. Rick Kirker, he looks to turn his luck around after missing the 2 features last week, but as we look back up, Shuttlesworth finished second on Thursday night. We'll see if he can keep his momentum going. Sky McGurk trying to make his first feature start of the season and rolling off poles, a good way to start it if he can hang on to the top 3.
Yeah, definitely for sure. As we see Sky make his first start here in the series, is get ready to go take the green flag here. Jackson Gray obviously starting 3rd position. He has that final transfer spot as we'll watch that play out through this heat race. 8 laps to get it settled here at Volusia.
Heat number 3, green flag in the air. McGurk gonna clear Shuttlesworth, but he messed up bad right there going into the corner. Opens the door big time for Jackson Gray. He takes the lead. James Barrett Jr. to the inside of Sky. Gonna ride the bottom, but not gonna be able to clear him. Side by side at the completion of lap number 1, the hero Shuttlesworth lurking in the rear view mirror. Barrett trying to work the bottom in, not quite gonna be able to get around the 8 to this point, but he is continuing to work that bottom and progressively making up time on that 8. Contact.
Yeah, definitely for sure. As the door just opened for Jackson Gray, and he is now checked out from those guys.
And that 8 continuing to struggle with his race car, and Trey Shuttlesworth doing what we saw him do a lot on Thursday night, and that is hold that bottom strong. It didn't quite work out for him in that corner. I think he's got to wait for the track to come in a little bit, but now he's going to continue working the top of the racetrack to see if he can peek into that final transfer spot halfway through heat number 3. McGurk slides up top, Shuttlesworth down the bottom, contact, and Shuttlesworth is going to take that spot with 3 to go. James Barrett Jr. closing in on the leader.
Yeah, we kind of jinxed him in my head. I was about to say we had 3 rookies sitting here in the 3 transfer spots, but Trey Shuttlesworth says, I'll take that, as he moves McGurk into the 4th position. We now got a kind of a battle for the lead.
Coming to the white flag in heat number 3, James Barrett Jr. peeking to the inside of Jackson Gray. Barrett Jr. has had 2 consistent top 5s to kick off the season, and now trying to peek his nose into the victory for heat number 3. Not going to be able to do it tonight, though. It'll be Jackson Gray taking home heat number 3 victory. As the consolation now looks to get started. 7 will transfer out of this, and 4 will go home. So It'll be a bigger consolation field leaving, but or going to the feature, I should say, but less leaving. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
obviously.
walking over next
You're
time.
just too excited, Keelan, that's for sure.
Oh,
As-
I'm hyped.
Like you said, 4 guys unfortunately going home, as we'll start off on your front row here as Bo Krebs in the 161 there from Eureka, California. Big Bad Bo from JDR Sports looks to get it done. And to his outside, one of the fan favorites, the number 4 from Asheville, North Carolina, and JDR Esports, Cameron McCone.
Rolling off in third, the number 8 machine rolled off from Poland. Heat number 3 couldn't make anything of it. It'll be Sky McGurk. And to his outside in fourth, the number 29 JDR Esports from Kokomo, Indiana. And the K1 Speed, the Kokomo Comet. It'll be Caleb Nickel.
Yeah, a new look for Bo Krebs and Nickel there, as you can see him sporting those new colors. But starting in the 5th position, one of our EXO Consulting Rookie of the Year contenders, Ryan Martin in the 09 machine, and to his outside, the 47 of Aaron Trotter.
Rolling off in 7th, currently holding down the final transfer spot of the evening, EXO Consulting Rookie of the Year contender for JDR Esports out of Bedford, Pennsylvania, the big unit, Andrew May. And to his outside, it'll be the number 3 of Nathan Abrams.
And rounding out your field will be Rick Kirker, Alex Bergener, as we saw him have troubles in the first heat after running pretty well, and Josh Duke, as those guys look to make a charge to the front of the field here, as we get ready to take the green flag. Any last words, Kelan?
Well, 7 make it, so expect some aggression all throughout the field here in the consolation race. Green flag in the air, a lot of slick going around the racetrack. Guys stomping on the gas, and a little pile up there. Gonna stack everybody up. Cameron McComb to the lead, coming off of turn number 4.
Yeah, he sees Deja Vu in his mirror right now. 2 of the same cars. Is actually one of them's in the wall.
That was Bo Krebs.
Yeah, trouble for him as he starts up front there. As he started up front, I should say. But Cameron McCone out in a big lead so far. Caleb Nickel, Andrew May battling side by side for the 2nd position. And a big slider by the big unit there.
It's a JDR Esports 1, 2, 3 right now, as it's McCone, Nickel, and May holding down these spots right now. McGurk running in 4th, Bergener 5th, Trotter 6th, and Rick Kirker right now holding down a transfer spot in 7th.
Yeah, Josh Duke is currently the first guy out. You could see him without a front wing there. He definitely had some contact for sure. As we kind of reach the halfway point of the race here, as he's just got to hope for some trouble right in front of him.
Cameron McCone continuing to try to distance himself from Andrew May, but Andrew May, we've seen him be fast at Volusia in the first 2 nights, collecting top 6s in both events and bringing it home with a top 3 on night number 2. So we'll see what he can do in this consolation if he can close in on his teammate Cameron McCone. Going to try to close that gap a little bit. Caleb Nickel in the 3rd position, but McCone still in control.
And how about Alex Bergener here on the move in the 4th position? Wow, he started way deep in the field here. Obviously there was a couple crashes, but very impressive job by him as he's under pressure from McGurk.
McGurk going to continue to pressure that 96 of the Burglar, but he's holding down that spot well right now. Nickel throws a big slider in front of him, and it's going to slow them down side by side for the 4th position. As they come down to 3 to go this time around. Bergener going to cross over the slide drop. Battle for the lead. You just mentioned it. Andrew May going to slide up in front of McCone. McCone crossing him back over on the backstretch.
Yeah, Cameron McCone not giving up as he wants the consolation win here, as he's actually going to struggle to get grip on that bottom. Just not quite there yet, as we saw in the feature event on Thursday. But Andrew May out front. Going to take the
May,
white here.
the big unit in control, going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go into consolation, and it's looking right now like he's going to have a good shot to punch his ticket in. It'll be May 1st, McCone in 2nd, Nickel, Bergener, and McGurk going to try to steal 4th right here. Not going to have enough for it. Aaron Trotter bringing it home in. Never mind, he didn't make it. Rick Kirker 6th, and Josh Duke in 7th.
That's what I was talking about.
Something disastrous must have happened to the 49, or the 47, excuse me, of Aaron Schroeder. And Schroeder is the first car out along with Bo Krebs, Nathan Abrams, and Ryan Martin as we get ready for tonight's feature event.
Yeah, I mean, madness, Kelan. And we haven't even started the feature event.
Yeah, that's insane.
As we look to your front row here, starting on pole for tonight's feature event, the number 13 from Louisville, Kentucky, and JDR Esports, EXO Consulting Rookie of the Year, Jaden Krause. And to his outside, the Season 1 champion, Cody Meadows, looks to turn his luck around and get it going here in night number 3.
In the second row, 2 EXO Consulting Rookie of the Year contenders. The first one in the 87 from Iowa. It is Jackson Gray. To his outside, it will be the number 28 from Fort Wayne, Indiana. It'll be Colton Coe.
And rolling off the 5th position, Kingslayer. Oh no, excuse me, I am incorrect. From Four Horsemen Racing, Caleb Morrissey, and 2 was outside. EXO Consulting rookie James Barrett Jr. as they line it up 4x4, Kelan.
You can catch the rest of your starting lineup scrolling across the top of your screen as the field lines up 4x4, coming to celebrate the fans tonight. You guys watching on the YouTube channel, thank you guys for continuing to support us. Everybody watching these drivers' Twitch streams, continuing to support the A&B Outdoors Quicktime Sprint Car Series. This is for you. Saluting you for continuing to support and watch the series after we had 2 great nights of action last week. We now get ready for what should be another good one, Shane.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. As I don't know about you, Kelan, but I'm ready to get this party started. Lots of big names here, lots of new guys, and obviously returners. Kelan, I'm going to put you on the spot like I always do, but who's getting it done here in night number 3?
Whew. Well, if the track comes in like we saw on Thursday, I think it's going to be hard to beat that 17K of Aiden Kirker. I think that if that track works like it should, I think he's going to be very hard to beat back there from the 8th position. But he's got some work to do. Cody Meadows, Jaden Krause, they got some clean air as the feature race. Night number 3 is underway. Jaden Krause going to lead him down into turn number 1. Cody Meadows going to try to work the top. He's going to cross over Jaden Krause, and he's going to take the lead on lap number 1. Jackson Gray back and forth as it's Colton Coe working on Jaden Krause for the 3rd position.
Cody Meadows out front where he wants to be and finished up last season. Looks to keep his luck so far going in the right way. Jaden Krause, our pole sitter, is under pressure now from Colton Coe.
Coe to the inside for the 2nd position. Going to try to work the bottom. Not quite going to be able to complete the pass as it's Jackson Gray in 4th. Aiden Kirker has slid from 8th to 5th.
He's
making progress on that bottom, and I told you, he learned that on Thursday night, and he has been working it all in hot laps, and he is flying right now on that bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Jaden Krause try to work it as you see contact there with Colton Coe as he shuffles him out of the way, but Krause tried to do it, and it just simply did not work for him. It's Kirker, trouble for Kirker. Oh boy, big stack up.
Kirker up in the wall. Caleb Morrissey also involved.
Doesn't look too bad for Kirker, but different story for Morrissey over there.
Morrissey on his side. His night coming to an end, and I don't think Aiden Kirker will be very too pleased once we get our A&B Outdoors replay right here. Looks like he was just holding down his 4th position. Jackson Gray, I believe, was the other guy involved setting this one up.
Yeah, it's just really unfortunate. Obviously, Aiden Kirker, it just either wins or gets involved in a wreck, it seems like, Kelan.
Yeah, we saw this a lot last season as we get a replay. Kirker holding down the bottom. Yeah, Jackson Gray gets to his inside. Kirker just didn't give him the room he needed. Gets Kirker up in the fence. Morrissey on his side. That's how his night will more than likely come to an end. Aiden Kirker has also pulled it down pit road. I don't know if he's parking it or if he's getting repairs. I believe it's just getting repairs to try to get that number 17K machine back up and rolling as Cody Meadows here on lap number 5. He He did a lot of this last season, but after the first 2 races of the season, it was hard to believe he'd be doing it so soon, Shane.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, talk to him. I don't know if you've maybe found like Lucky Stone or Lucky Penny or what, but so far working for him. Obviously don't want to jinx him. Don't want to jinx anybody in this series, but Cody Meadows out front where he wanted to be.
And Colton Coates is outside. We saw him make some progress from the 4th position. Pole sitter Jaden Krause has slipped back to 3rd. James Barrett Jr., who has been consistently good this season, going to be restarting in 4th. It'll be I'm sorry, who's in 5th? That's Jay Mulder in 5th. And then Andrew Mason is outside. Green flag. Back in the air. Meadows on the jump to the lead. Jaden Krause working about him. He's going to clear Colton Coe. Open the door for James Barrett Jr. to get around Coe. Now they're going to battle it up for the 2nd position. Cody Meadows starting to put a little bit of a gap on the field. James Barrett Jr. trying to work to the inside of Krause. Going to get up to his right rear. Not quite going to be able to make a move for the pass. As Andrew May slides it to the bottom of Coe. See if he can make a pass. Looks like he'll hold down 5th for now.
Yeah, the big unit making it work there at the bottom as we saw him have trouble early on in night number 2. So we actually have a battle there for 2nd place. Jaden Krause moved out of the way, it looked like, or at least past the cushion as he keeps it going here.
I saw it happen right there. James Barrett Jr. worked to his inside, just didn't quite give him enough room, and it right reared him, got him sideways. Trey Shuttlesworth working the bottom like we saw him do all Thursday night, and look at how excellently he's doing it to the inside of Sky. It's incredible because he works that bottom, and it's like he doesn't even have to come up on the straightaways, but about halfway up. And Sky McGurk just killed the pit barrels.
Uh-oh.
And it's up and over.
That is not a pretty sight, Kelan.
No, it's not. Goodness.
Goodness
and
gracious.
I was watching Trey Shuttlesworth rear cam. I looked in his rearview mirror, and Sky McGurk absolutely clobbered the pit barrels. Not the debut he wanted tonight, I'll tell you that much.
No, definitely not for sure. We saw him up there battling 3 wide, and we were on board with Trey Shuttlesworth watching him make some moves as we'll check out what just happened to Bjerg here. It's just really unfortunate for him and the whole team.
Yeah, that is... Ooh, I mean, we saw it almost happen, something like that, almost happen, on Thursday. Now we'll get a look right here. Watch this guy right here. Just, oh,
man.
Goodness. Maybe not the barrels, but he sure caught that opening right there, and that's gonna...
Vicious.
Yeah, vicious, absolutely terrible. And they're gonna get ready to stack them up 2 by 2 again on the restart next time around. Cody Meadows has led every lap to this point, and he finished off last season in victory lane at Volusia, taking home a championship. So he's going to be restarting in 1st right now. James Barrett Jr., we've seen him consistently be fast all weekend long last week. So we'll see what he can do, rolling off from 6th today. Andrew May has been making up some ground from 10th to 4th. Caleb Nickel that's Josh Duke, 16th to 10th. Some hard charging machines right now. If the race were to end now, Josh Duke, since he started further back, would receive the hard charger award. But of course, as we know, the race is not in now.
No, definitely something I want to mention too is Aiden Kirker's in the pits and done for the night there, as he's going to finish in 16th. But anyways, back out front, action on racetrack starts to begin as James Barrett Jr. and Cody Meadows will lead them.
Meadows laid back and got the jump on Barrett Jr., and he's going to get a nice restart. Barrett Jr. going to try to close the gap a little bit, and the big unit, Andrew May, up and over.
Couple cars crashing. Well, yeah, one of them's Alex Bergener, possibly Rick Kirker. We see him there, slowly off the paces. Man, madness, Kelan, for sure.
Madness. As Andrew May just went for a vicious ride.
Yeah, not too friendly, obviously. Volusia Speedway Park tonight with the drivers is we'll check out what just happened there on the restart.
And
Saw-
that
Yeah, go ahead, Kelan.
that just sucks for May. He was putting on a great showing last week. We'll try to get a look at what happened here. I believe he had Jaden Krause just
Split up the track and
bad slide job. We saw that a couple nights in a row with what's his name, Jacob Boxel. Boxel not here tonight due to serving that suspension, as Krause looks like he went up there, caused that one, instigated that.
that involved
And-
Josh Duke too. Believe he's actually might be servicing his car as we see in pit road there.
And it is believed to be a mechanical issue on Jaden Krause, something with his sim wheel issue right there, which would explain that, because that's an uncharacteristic mistake that we saw out of Krause right there. So we'll see how the admins will rule that, but I believe he will get an EOL penalty that he has to serve. So Cody Meadows in control. It'll be a single file restart because they did not make a lap under green that time. So according to Quicktime series rules, that will be how they line them up. Cody Meadows going to be restarting from the top position. James Barrett Jr. right behind him. Colton Coe third.
Green flag.
And green flag. Back in the air. Great jump for Cody Meadows, as looks like Barrett got a little slick going into the start right there. Trey Shuttlesworth working the inside of Coe.
Here comes the hero, Trey Shuttlesworth, still working that bottom line right up against that inside wall. As I believe he's the only one still down there. We saw Aiden Kirker doing that before he got in trouble. But Shuttlesworth looking to move into second position here. He does.
Shuttlesworth he's flying on that bottom. Him and Kirker were the two guys I saw really work that bottom well. Cody Meadows, now he has to be on notice. Does he try something different to close right there? It was 0.531 the gap at the line last time. It's 0.378 this time. That gap closing big time for the winningest driver in Quicktime Series history. The hero, Trey Shuttlesworth, we saw him race a lot here last year, never could get a win. He's closing the gap on Meadows, and he's going to slide it down to the bottom. Meadows going to take the defensive line, but on corner exits, not going to be able to hold it. A little over halfway home tonight from Belsha. Shuttlesworth working the bottom, and he is going to almost clear. Probably going to clear this time, coming off of turn number 2. Trey Shuttlesworth to the race lead from Belsha.
And the hero takes it there from the mud digger. Cody Meadows now shuffles to his second position as he's trying everything he can to get back to Trey Shuttlesworth, but just no match for that 72 machine there. So he's checked out.
72 has found something that nobody else has been able to find all weekend long. Meadows now trying something back there, as Jay Mulder having a career run right now in the 4th position. Holden Colton Coe at bay. Cameron McCone in 6th, working to the inside of Jackson Gray for the 5th position. We'll see if he can take that. Coming to 10 to go here in the feature race. McCone slips a little bit off back there. Rick Kirker sits back in the 9th position. He has not had great luck at all this weekend, so it's nice to see him make the feature tonight, as Trey Shuttlesworth continues to be in control from 9th to 1st. And right now, he is enjoying his view. Clear skies in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the only thing that Cody Meadows can get to get back to Trey Shuttlesworth is a caution. But like we said, or you can see here, pretty small field. I believe just 9 of them currently on track out of the 16. So as we look.
Jay Mulder continuing to hold down the 4th position. Colton Coe attacking the inside. Jackson Gray back there with them too. Cameron McCone in that pack. It's a little 4-car pack right there. Coe to the inside of Mulder. Going to try to make a move off of 4. Not quite going to be able to get there, but in 1 and 2, he got loose in a slick, and he's going to save it. Keep it green flag. Mulder will hold down 4th, as Trey Shuttlesworth has checked out to a 2.5 second lead with 5 to go.
I mean, great run so far by Trey Shuttlesworth. Obviously 5 laps to go, actually 4 now, excuse me. But race isn't over for sure as the hero looks to close it out here.
And the track conditions, I feel like, are just playing right into Shuttlesworth's hands tonight, because These are this is the same we saw on Thursday because it produced such good racing. League owner JJ Hill said, "Bring this back for me on Monday," and they did exactly that. And it's just playing right into Shuttlesworth's hands. Cody Meadows continues to slip off the defending champion, turning his luck around today with a second place run. But it's all Trace Shuttlesworth right now. Shuttlesworth finished second on night number 2. He's going to take the white flag. 1 to go. Night number 3 for Trace Shuttlesworth. Just has to work one more corner to claim his first career A&B Outdoors Quicktime Sprint Car Series victory, and he's going to do it. The hero, Trace Shuttlesworth, to victory lane in Volusia. He gets it done. Cody Meadows second. James Barrett Jr. caps off an amazing 3-day Volusia stay with a third place finish. Mulder and Gray round out the top 5. Trace Shuttlesworth puts on a show.
How about that? Little burnouts here, something different here in a sprint car as you see Trace Shuttlesworth. First victory in the A&B Outdoor Sprint Car Series as Cody Meadows just had nothing for him. Trace Shuttlesworth is just on a whole different level tonight.
Trace Shuttlesworth from 9th to 1st is also going to claim the Hard Charger Award tonight, the Dirtman Photography Hard Charger Award, flying through 8 positions to get it done and pick up a victory here on night number 3. Put on a show, and I mean, you couldn't ask for a much better race than that for Trace Shuttlesworth. Finished second on night number 2, but with Aiden Kirker not being there tonight, it certainly made him that only guy to really rip the bottom, and he took advantage of it.
Oh, definitely, for sure. I mean, like you said, fantastic run by Trace Shuttlesworth. Obviously, can't forget about our guy, Cody Meadows, champion, finishing in second. Just great run. I'm happy that he turned around his luck for sure, as we'll look to obviously talk to these guys in a couple minutes. James Barrett Jr., like you mentioned, great 3 nights for him. So he looks to keep it going at USA later in the week for the last night of the Florida Nationals, as we'll head through your finishing order. Trace Shuttlesworth first, Cody Meadows second, James Barrett Jr. in the 41 there third, and Jay Mulder, career high finish in 4th.
Jackson Gray brought it home in the 5th position. Cameron McCone keeps the top 10 streak alive. He picks up 6th place finish tonight. Colton Coe 7th, and Caleb Nickel for JDR Esports finishes in 8th.
Great run by Rick Kirker, obviously staying out of the trouble and keeping that thing on track as he makes it to the feature event and gets it done, bringing it home 9th. Alex Bergener brings it home 10th in his first start in the season. 11th will be Josh Duke, 12th Jaden Kraus, and back over to you, Kelan, for 13th through 16th.
Andrew May finishes in 12th. It'll be 13th Josh Duke, 14th Sky McGurk, Aiden Kirker 15th, and Caleb Morrissey will round out the field, as we're going to try to get a word with our race winner and hard charger, Trace Shuttlesworth. Trey, it's the booth. You got us.
Yep. How are you guys doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing great after that race. You put on a show tonight. We saw you on Thursday night. You ran that bottom. You and Aiden, you guys were rolling it, and you hard charged your way up there, winning Dirtman Photography Hard Charger Award tonight and picking up your first win in this series, and it'll come on night 3 at Volusia. Did anything you learned on Thursday night translate into tonight?
That's a little bit difficult to say because for the most part, I just seem to have the muscle memory down with, throttle application on the bottom here at Volusia. It seems like once you figure it out, it's kind of just, applying it once the track starts to wear in. But no, overall, I just stayed committed to the bottom, and it ended up rewarding me with pretty decent victory, I'd have to say. Nice to make it work. And no, the field was pretty competitive tonight. It was a lot of fun to come from the midfield, and just look forward to more of it going forward. Not sure if I'll be at USA yet later in the week, but yeah, just looking forward to showing up when I can, and pushing like hell, seeing what I can do.
Well, you certainly put on a great show tonight. What was it like coming through the field as the laps continued to tick down? You were the hard charger. You started back in 9th. How did it feel just coming through that field, passing everybody?
It does feel pretty empowering when you qualify midfield and find the pace to be able to come up through the midfield. But overall, it was a lot of trial and tribulation tonight. At one point, I actually caught the inside wall. I think is when the first caution flag was, which involved last week's winner, I believe. That was Aiden, right? I think.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I had to come down to the pit lane, then take 10 seconds of repairs, start from the back, and just steadily progress my way up. There was a yellow about halfway through where I picked up a couple of spots when there was a equipment failure for, I believe it was Jid and Kraus, and then on that final restart, just pretty much hooked it up on the bottom and made it work for 15 laps or whatever it was, and came home with a pretty solid victory.
Yes, sir. Well, you definitely put on a show tonight. You got anybody you want to thank for making the night possible?
I want to start out first with the series partners. As I said last week, you guys wouldn't be able to provide a championship fund or funds for individual, regional tours or individual events. So, of course, have to thank Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel, Dirtman Photography, A&B Outdoors, the premier sponsor of the series, Exo Consulting, who I believe is sponsoring the Rookie of the Year honors, and of course you guys in the booth for doing what I'm sure is a good job. Didn't get to watch tonight. Seemed to do a pretty solid job last week, and look forward to watching this one back. And then outside of that, want to thank a couple of partners of my own, Whiplash Media for designing the livery, paint scheme, whatever you want to call it, on the car tonight. And Pit Stop TV, as I said last week, that's where you'll see me on mic or doing production from time to time. I'll be on the mic for Nork tomorrow, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to it.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Trey. Congratulations on your win.
Yep, thank you. You guys have a great night.
You as well. All right, Shane. You want to talk to our defending champion, Cody Meadows, who brought it home in second tonight?
Yeah. Felt great actually. Coming into the night, I tried to have more of a level head this time. Try not to let everything get a hold of me, and it worked really well. I mean, the heat race felt great, and then coming into the main event, it was fun. I give it to congrats to Trey. He came by like a rocket, and I didn't even see him coming. Like I tried to fight him there, but he was just too quick on the bottom. I had nothing for him. I did, but to be honest, I didn't feel it. Like a couple times, my front left wheel would hit the inside wall in 3 and 4, and I just kept thinking to myself, I'm not going to try this and just ruin my race over one position. I mean, yeah, it is fighting for the win, but then again, I'd rather come home with a P2 and than not at all. Man, AOD Racing for giving me this car, new paints throughout the season, man. This is gonna be a blast. Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel, Dirtman Photography, A&B Outdoors, Exo Consulting, and you guys for coming out and broadcasting. It's a blast. A new season, new start, I guess you could say. I've been having those rough starts, but I'm glad to be here. Have a good one, boys.
Yes, sir. Our Exo Consulting Rookie of the Race, James Barrett Jr. You got us.
Loud and clear.
Well, you had a very consistent Florida Nationals, to say the least. I believe you got third night one, fifth Thursday, correct me if I'm wrong, and then a third place finish tonight. You've been very consistent, and if I had to estimate, you're probably right up there racing for the national championship once we get points updated. So how did it feel just to be consistent at Volusia throughout the week, and how does that translate as you go to a different track on Thursday?
Jeez, it just blows me away just how I've been performing. Not to sound cocky, but I've just blown my expectations out of the water. Like I'm thinking maybe just squeak into the top 10 in these races. I mean, last Tuesday that was a big shock coming in third place, and I was happy with the fifth place. But tonight I'm thinking, all right, Aiden's up front. Cody, last season's champ, is up front. A lot of fast guys up front. You got Andrew May coming from the back, and he is really fast. I will say that. But I'm thinking, all right, let's just try and go get another top 5. When Andrew got taken out, I don't know how he got taken out or anything like that. I just had to put my head down and focus on it.
Well, you certainly you were certainly consistent to say the least, and you definitely put on a hell of a show these few races this season, and couldn't be more proud of you, James. Thank you for joining us this season, and
No problem.
you got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah. I gotta thank Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel, Dirtman Photography, A&B Outdoors, EXO Consulting, and mainly you guys, the broadcast team, for just getting this out there, trying to expand the league. And it's awesome to go back and watch later, so you can kind of, if you don't save the replay or something, you can go back and look at what other people were doing that was quick, like Trey was tonight, because he found something on that bottom. And I also got to thank Jacob Boxel for once again getting me in here. Got to thank my teammate Colton Coe. He had a good night tonight. I believe he won his heat race or got second. I'm proud of him considering he's new to this as well. But yeah, that's about it.
Well, we thank you for joining us tonight, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you on Thursday.
Yes, sir. You guys will see me on Thursday, and we'll go out there, try and get another good finish. Hopefully, try to win the Florida Nationals. That'd be huge for me.
That would be huge, and we wish you the best of luck, James.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night.
You as well. Well, night 3 of the Florida Nationals is going to come to an end from Volusia, and I'm kind of sad, Shane. You want to know why?
Why is that, Kelan?
We will not see this Volusia Speedway Park till July 13th, and I'm kind of upset about it.
Yeah, I know.
But
Go ahead. Sorry.
that's just it's gonna build up the excitement for when we do come back here in July.
Oh, definitely, for sure. I feel like a lot of guys definitely will take note of what Trey Shuttlesworth and Aiden Kirker did with that bottom groove, and lots of practice going in for those guys who want to improve and get better, obviously, in this series. But like you mentioned, and I mentioned actually on night 2, this is our most visited track with 5, as we, like you said, 2 more visits on, I believe, July 13th. So, yeah, I mean, we're not fully done here at Volusia, but I'm pretty sad too. Just kicked off the season, and now we're done at our first set of tracks, but we still got USA for our final event of the Florida Nationals.
Yeah, the Florida Nationals, USA, that will return Thursday night at, let's see, that is April the 15th, 2021. It'll be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
As we pull our actually month of April schedule back up here, you can see it there on the 15th. And next week, we only got 1 race at Lanier. Next Monday, we'll see you back here on the A&B Outdoors Quicktime Series YouTube. And
That is
Eldora and Kokomo will round out the month of April.
Yeah, that Lanier race, that will be when we kick off the Midwest Nationals. That is the 4-race day from Lanier, Eldora, Kokomo, and then there's one more after that. I can't quite remember what it is right now. But yeah, I mean, I've had fun, and I cannot wait to come back on Thursday at USA and crown a Florida Nationals champion.
Me neither, Kelan, and I mean, a lot of big name guys showing up, and 3 different winners so far this season. It's crazy for sure, as we saw Cameron Smith get it done on night number 1, Aiden Kirker night 2, and here tonight, night number 3, Trey Shuttlesworth gets it done, as all 3 of those guys have a win so far this season, and got night number 1 through 3 at the Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel Florida Nationals locked up. But like I keep mentioning, night number 4, back here on Thursday.
And I'm excited for that Thursday race, Shane. I don't know about you, but it's going to be a great one. So that'll be it tonight from Volusia Speedway Park. If you want to sign us off, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Shane DiMantova, obviously, joined alongside by my good friend Kelan Belsha. We'd like to thank you guys for the support of the AMB Outdoors Sprint Car Series. We'd like to give a shout out to our series sponsors, Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel, Dirtman Photography, AMB Outdoors, EXO Consulting, the official sponsor of the Rookie of the Year contenders. And that is it, Kelan, as we'd like to thank you guys for your support and tuning into tonight's broadcast here from Barberville, Florida, the virtual Barberville, Florida, as we will see you guys back here on Thursday for the final night of the Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel Florida Nationals from USA Speedway, and we hope you enjoy